Welcome to the real-life version of Advanced Driving Class. Today we will admire the steering talents that go underground. An unwilling street ballerina. The truck was about to drift on the ice, but the floor was a bit slippery and the car partner was not warned at all. The result was a surprising hug and a repair bill that would surely be as beautiful as a sculpture. Dumping cargo on uneven terrain is a fatal mistake. The center of gravity of the vehicle is on one side, and just a little carelessness, the vehicle will flip over like a toy. While our sedan only needs to see a puddle to cry, this friend considers the rugged terrain as a joke, and the ditch is just a recreational swimming pool. The car took off like an expired superhero, and the girl stepped out as if she had just finished a performance and was waiting for the audience to applaud. Both were at fault. The white SUV driver did not observe carefully before going out onto the road, rushing out suddenly. Meanwhile, the silver sedan driver was moving too fast in the area with an exit gate, not having enough time to react. This is a catastrophic consequence of losing control of a vehicle at high speed. The cause could be due to the driver falling asleep, a technical problem such as brake failure, or a mishandling. A dramatic farewell to a Crane veteran. Instead of retiring quietly, it decided to go all out, turning the construction site into a mini battlefield and leaving the workers with a lesson in humility in front of steel. Fuel leak or electrical short circuit in the engine compartment. This is an extremely dangerous situation that can cause a terrible fire and explosion at the gas station. Always check your car and equip it with a fire extinguisher. Don't let your car get hot-tempered at the wrong time and place. An impromptu overturning the box dance performance on the death curve. The driver proved that with just a little speed and a sharp turn, you can pour out your heart and a ton of cargo in the middle of the road in an artistic way. Before rolling, check carefully. A forgotten button can cost you a fortune. The white SUV performed an artistic 360-degree death dance. The red car just stood still and enjoyed this reluctant performance. The dump truck driver did not lock the bed, or the hydraulic system failed, causing all the sand and gravel to fall onto the road while moving. The black car has turned the party into a messy billiard table where other cars are the reluctant marbles. The drift has failed spectacularly. This garbage truck seems to be too tired from climbing the hill and decided to do a free slide to relieve stress. When a tornado decided to visit the highway, it did not forget to bring a truck as a gift. This road seems to be very hungry and decided to swallow the SUV. A sudden sinkhole turned a normal journey into an unwanted underground adventure. When it rains heavily, go slowly and observe carefully. Sometimes the road is not as gentle as you think. Perhaps this driver was in a hurry and decided to create a separate through-the-wall style entrance. The sofa in the store certainly did not expect that it would have such a grand, uninvited guest. Driving in heavy snow, limited visibility, and extremely slippery road surface. Failure to keep a safe distance and not reducing speed led to an inevitable chain reaction accident. Anger does not solve problems, it only creates more problems. Perhaps this truck driver thought his vehicle was capable of diving like a submarine. He bravely faced the floodwaters, but in the end, the water proved who was the final boss. When the road is as slippery as an ice rink, drive like a careful pedestrian, not like a figure skater. Luckily, the driver had a miraculous handling, bringing the vehicle to a rescue slope, turning a potential disaster into a safe landing in a heartbeat. This truck driver probably confused driving with cleaning the sidewalk. Just a moment of carelessness, he turned his car into a bulldozer and cleared everything in its path. The two people sitting and talking must have had a scare. The driver of the black car proved a truth. When you try to squeeze in between a close relationship between the dashcam car and the car in front, you will get a more bitter ending, a failed cut-in that went down in history. On the highway, a safe distance is a life-saving buffer. Never tailgate too closely. Perhaps the driver wanted to prove that small but mighty, but ended up turning himself into an obstacle in the middle of the traffic. The fault lies entirely with the pickup truck driver who lost control of the vehicle. The cause could be due to brake failure, loss of steering, or lack of concentration. This car probably got too hot inside and decided to turn itself into a living torch. But the most surprising thing was the summoning of the aircraft carrier version of the fire brigade. When going downhill, always use low gear and brake. Don't let the slope become a one-way trip for you. A surprising fire-breathing scene turns the car into a living torch and leaves the homeowner frozen. The main fault was the severely degraded road surface with a large pothole that was not warned. The SUV suddenly lost control when entering at high speed. This truck driver was probably looking for the most unique parking spot in the city, and he found it right in a residential yard. This could be an intentional act of vandalism, or the driver completely lost control. Drunk, accidentally stepped on the gas pedal. This driver has performed a skillful gliding move, turning his car into a pool ball, poking continuously into the cars parked on the side of the road. Someone was probably craving a midnight BBQ and decided to host it right at the gas station. The out-of-control SUV crashed into the pump like a moth to a flame, creating a spectacular fireworks display and a raging fire. Luckily, the employee with the fire extinguisher was able to put out the party before it got too luxurious. This passenger car was probably craving a bowl of vermicelli soup, so it decided to visit the shop in the most direct way possible. Do not overtake recklessly. A minute faster can cost you and many others dearly. So our collection of unbearable moments on the road has come to an end. Behind every laugh is a valuable lesson in caution. Always remember, just a second of inattention is enough to turn you from a spectator into an unwilling star. If you find it useful, don't forget to subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next earth-shattering moments. Goodbye and drive safely.